welcome back for another video. Thank you so much for tuning in and giving this exercise video a try. Today, the exercises we run through, I'm not using any props. You are welcome to use weights if you want. So you can go ahead and get those ready. Go grab your water and we will get going. I'm glad you're here and I look forward to the days when we are not in quarantine anymore and we can see each other. But until then, keep going, keep showing up here, and I will keep showing up for you as well. All right, we'll see you in a minute. Here we go, let's get started with our cross crawls. Hand to opposite knee, hand opposite knee. As we do this, we're just starting to move. We're feeling our body. We're checking in with ourselves, seeing how we're doing today. Deep breaths in and out. As you do this, try to get a little bigger. Stretch those arms up a little higher, a little wider. Bring those knees up, all the way to meet. If you can, meet your elbow. Meet your elbow. Elbow to opposite knee, elbow to opposite knee. It's a little more dynamic, a little bigger movement. We're warming up, testing out how you're doing right now. Okay, good. Now just march. March those feet. Same idea. Pull those shoulders up and back. Lift those eyes up. And find a pace that works for you. We're swaying from side to side. And we're just moving, checking in. Getting a good march. Can you get your arms involved in this? As you march, are you marching in opposition? So what I mean by that is the opposite hand coming forward and up with the opposite leg. Right hand, left leg, left hand, right leg. And we're marching. Okay, now we're going to move to a new one. This is a cross crawl, but it's a backwards one. By backwards, I just mean we're reaching behind the back. Hand is going to opposite leg, but you're doing it behind your back. Reach back towards that foot. Reach back towards the other foot. You want to hold on as you do this. Drop your left hand. Shift, pick up your right foot, and then reverse it. And then reverse it. Side to side, if you find this sway, you can find that back foot a little easier, but we're reaching behind your back to the opposite foot. If this is too much, go to your regular cross crawls. That is fine. Just mixing it up a bit, trying something new, testing your brain, putting in a new movement. Nice. Roll those shoulders a few times. We're going to go through those exercises again. Cross crawls. Elbow to knee if that works for you. Hand to knee if that's where you are. As always, seated is fine if that's what's working for you. Finding your 100%, seeing where you are today, and just notice how you're feeling right now. We are working to get more movement. So by the end of this session, you want to see, okay, right now, this is how my body's feeling. At the end, we want to see if we gained more movement, if we feel a little more fluid, if we can move a little better. That is our goal. When we move a little bit, it gives us more movement. Okay, good. Let's go to that march. Up tall, moving, put a smile on that face. Get those arms helping. Bring them a little bit more dynamic, a little more movement with those arms. If this pace doesn't work for you, find your pace. Okay, let's go back to our behind the back cross crunches. Standing tall, hand reaches to opposite foot behind your back. Widen your stance a little bit. Sway to one side, sway to the other. You have to unweight that foot to lift it up behind you. From the side, side to side. Keep it going. We're going to go through these warm-up exercises one more round. So let's move back to our cross crawls. Up tall, hand to opposite knee, elbow to opposite knee. What works for you? Take up your space. Reach those arms back to their start, which is really extended out. Let those hips follow. Is your movement a little bigger than it was 3 minutes ago? Every little bit helps. Okay, moving to marches. March those legs, get those arms involved. Even if you're sitting, sit up tall in that chair. Use those arms. Get one foot up, then the other. Okay, now let's go behind our back again. Hand to opposite leg. Reach and tap, reach and tap. Keep going. Keep going. We're going to go for about 30 more seconds here. Pace yourself. If you're starting to breathe a little harder, that's good. This is our warm-up. That's what we're looking for. Okay, good. Stand to your center. Roll those shoulders a few times. Up, back, down and around. Up, back, down and around. Good. All right, our first exercise, we're gonna do a leg swing. So now we're getting into our sets. We're gonna do a leg swing. We're going side to side with that leg. I'm gonna show you without my chair. Hold on to your chair as you do this. It definitely helps. Side to side. You're sweeping that leg side to side. As you do, let your hips follow. Loose through the hips, out, side to side. Nice and big, side to side. It is easier to hold onto the chair with it right in front. You want to leave space so you can take that foot side to side. So I'm going to show you right here. We're going to go for 30 seconds here. So here we go. Set yourself up and take it side to side. Swing it out and back. Let momentum help you with this. Stay up tall, side to side. So you're just sweeping that leg in front of you and out to the side. Try to get a wide motion. Sweep it across. Let your hip follow. Follows. Okay, good. Stand tall. Again, check that you have space to take that foot in front and side to side. I'm going to move the chair to the side just so you can see. You can keep yours in front. Here we go. Side and side. Loose through your hips. Your support leg's working hard. So you sweep that leg and sweep that leg. Keep it going. Good. Stand tall. The next one we have is hip hikes. Again, you can be holding onto that chair. Hip hikes is lifting up one hip and then the other. So I call these sassy hips sometimes, where you're just bringing one hip up and then the other. As you do this, one foot, you just lift up to your tippy toes, keeping that leg straight at your hip. So there's no knee bend for this. That knee stays nice and straight. Hike that hip up. Here we go for 30 seconds. We're just alternating from one side to the other. Ready, and lift, lift. Do your best. This is a small movement, but we're using a lot of the support muscles through your hips. Those are important for you standing. Lift and lift. Lift and lift. Keep it going. Few more. Right through those hips. Okay, good. Now we're going to go palms up, and we're going to press up. Press up. Just stand tall. Pull those shoulder blades down your spine. Kind of tuck them into your back pocket, and pulse those arms up. Just like that. Just pull those shoulder blades down to the back pockets. Press up, up, up. Keep your elbows extended, nice and straight. Open those hands. Big fingers. Nice. Shake it out. Okay, we are going to move back to our side leg swings. Let me fix my mat. It's moving on me. Okay, so set yourself up behind your chair. And here we go. To side to side. Just like that. Let your hip follow. Stay tall. Sweep that leg from right to left, right in front of you. Movement through your hips. Let momentum help the swing. Try and let that swing go as fluid as you can. We'll go 3, 2, and 1. All right, switch to the other side. So get that other foot ready. And it's going to swing again in front of you, side to side. Keep those shoulders straight ahead, square to the front. Your hips are rotating. One more. Good. Okay, now back to those hip hikes. Focus on your hips. Up tall. Lift one and the other. Go ahead. Lift and lift. Lift and lift. So as you do this, the space on your torso is getting tighter. Okay, so we're tightening through, shortening this space, shortening this space. Your ribs are kind of coming to meet your hips. Your hips are coming up right to meet those ribs as best you can. Tuck them in together. Tuck them in together. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Standing tall. Roll those shoulders back. Take those hands, palms up out in front of you, and pulse. and down, up and down. Keep it going. Keep it going, up and down. Pull some up. Pull those shoulder blades down your spine, tuck them in your back pockets. Open those fingers, extend those elbows. Good, shake them out. We're gonna go one more round, 3 rounds today of our exercises. The leg sweep is first. Take that foot out in front of you, and you're gonna sweep it side to side, side to side, side to side. Stay up tall, let that hip follow, find the easy momentum. And what's your range of motion? How high can you get that leg to the outside to help it swing back across through the front? Nice, stand tall. We're gonna switch sides, other leg out in front, and swing it side to side. Take it nice and easy. Let momentum help. You've got this. We're almost there. We'll go 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come back to the center. Hip hikes. So up tall. Your feet are about hip width apart. So if you find your hip bones, go straight down, you should see your toes. Now, hike one hip up, then the other. So go ahead, hike, hip, hike, hip, hike, hip, hike. Now as you do this, your toes staying on the floor, you're lifting a heel. Lift a heel. That hip is coming up of the same heel that you're lifting up. Stand tall, stay tall as you do this. We're getting through these. We've got 5 more seconds here. Nice work. Okay, so now we're gonna take those hands out, straighten those elbows, tuck those shoulder blades down your back pockets, and pulse. So big hands, you're just lifting the air up, 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 up. Keep it going. Keep those fingers reaching forward as you do this. Just that long extension through your entire arm as we're lifting up. Keep going. Three, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, go ahead and grab some water if you need some. So as you get that water, I'm just gonna let you know, we're gonna practice balance next. For our balance, again, when you do balance in this setting, I want you to do your 100% balance. I know for a lot of you, balance is really a hard thing. We need to practice putting all your weight on one leg. So if you need to fully support yourself, you need to hold onto that chair and just put all your weight on one leg while holding with 2 hands. That is your 100% balance, and it's really working to strengthen the muscles in your leg so that it can take your weight to balance, even if you need support. For some of you, you're using walkers as you move through. You're using that support, but we still need to be able to maintain our weight on one leg, then the other, because that's how we move forward. It's one leg, then the other. So as we hold our 30 seconds, if holding on 100% and putting weight on one leg is where you are, that's fine. Do that. If you can do balance with a fingertip assistance, go for it. Use a fingertip. If you can hold it up and sometimes tap that other toe. I say this is like the kickstand, where you have a really light weight on that opposite leg to help you with a little bit. That's fine. like to say, imagine that helper foot is standing on an egg. So if you put too much pressure on that egg, it's gone. But if you can just barely touch and that works for you and that's the level of assistance you need, great. If you can take a foot up without using any extra assistance, good. Even if you lose it during the time that we're holding, come back to it. Do your best to come back to that balance that challenges you at your level. Okay, I hope you've had enough time for a drink. Here we go into our balance. So pick a leg and lift the opposite one. Right now we're just holding 30 seconds. We're gonna repeat this throughout the class today. So right now, again, 30 seconds, you're already 15 seconds through. We're just working to do your best on one leg. So breathing in and breathing out. Focus on that balance. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, so now you're going to shift to that other foot. Ready and lift. So now we're on the opposite foot, holding again for 30 seconds, doing your 100% balance. Where is that? What help do you need? Can you push yourself with a little less assistance? See how that feels. You're over halfway on this leg. Got just over 5 seconds left. And come to center. Good. So that was our balance for that round. Next up, we have squat pulses. For your squat pulses, we're going to take those feet. If hip width is apart, follow those hip bones down. Take your feet just to the outside. I also say chair leg apart, so if you're holding onto a chair for your squats, go from the legs of your chair and set your feet right behind those legs. So wherever they are, that's chair leg apart. You can have your chair in front of you as you do the squat. So you're standing facing your chair. As you squat back, those hips go back. Your knees stay behind those toes as you go down. So you want to keep the heels down, hips go back, and press up. If you find that when you do your squats, your heels are coming up and your knees are going forward, slow it down just a bit. Want you to really practice getting those hips back, best you can. So here we go. We're going to go our squats, pulses. So those are, we come down into that squat, hold it, and then we pulse. So go ahead, come down and begin. The weight is on your heels as we do this, and we just hang out here, little pulses. If the pulses get too much, I want you to do your best to hold it. And just hold in that position. Eyes are up, chest is high, hips are back. Pulsing if you are able. You'll feel this in the top of your thighs, in your legs. See if you can wiggle those toes. We go for 3, 2, 1, and up. Good. Next up, we've got our bicep curls. We're gonna go one arm at a time. Open those hands. Hand comes up towards your shoulder, then the opposite hand. As you do this, your upper arm stays stable and we pulse them up, up. Go ahead and begin. Up, up, up. Keep going. If for these arm exercises you'd like to use a weight, you have weights available, go for it. Otherwise, posture and the way we do the mechanics of the exercise are super important. So squeeze your body with those upper arms. Squeeze that torso. It's just a bending of the elbow and extending. Bend, extend. Keep moving through this one. And good, that's enough. Next we're doing our wide rows. For our wide rows, you're imagining that you've got your oars of the boat are in front of you, and we're rowing back with elbows that come out. Your thumbs, you want to send towards your armpits. The elbows, you want to squeeze back, squeeze behind you. As you do this, you stay nice and tall. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Reach forward, row out. Here we go. forward, row it out. Row it out. Squeeze those shoulder blades. That extra squeeze at the end, you have to do. We're not using weights on this. This is range of motion and focusing on tightening those muscles on your own. Pull it back. Squeeze your elbows together. Elbows stay wide, up to the side. Good. Rest it down. We're going to go back to our squat pulses. We know how to do them now. Up tall, squat down, and pulse. And keep going. We're going to stay here for 30 seconds. Again, if you need to just hold the position, do so. If you need to stand up and take a short rest, do so. Come back to it when you're ready. We've got 10 seconds left. Little up and downs the whole time. 3, 2, 1, and up. Good. Our bicep curls are next. Hands are out and go. Up, up. This is round 2. You know how to do it now. Up, up, up. Squeeze those upper arms to your torso. Excellent. Now our wide rows. So again, arms are out in front of us. Elbows are going to sneak out to the side and squeeze. Ready, go. Squeeze. Keep those eyes high. You want to look out beyond your hands when they're outstretched. All right, rest those hands, rest those arms. We've got one more round. Doing this sideways so you can keep an eye on the posture. Think about this. Your hips travel back. So here we go for our squats. Squat down and pulse. Eyes are still straight ahead. Hips are back. Your weight is on your heels. If you're holding on, that's fine. Keep those hips back. Like you're looking for a chair with your seat. Up and down, up and down. See if you can wiggle those toes. Nice work, come on up. Bicep curls again. Squeeze your torso with your upper arms and curl those arms up. Up and down. Put a smile on your face. Got one more exercise, then you get a water break, so keep going. I'm going to finish up this round with those rows. 3, 2, 1 with the bicep curls, good. Okay, reaching out and we're starting those rows. Elbows come wide, ready and go, wide. Close. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take a deep breath in and out. Go ahead and get some water. When you come back from that water, we're going to do balance again. So we're going to come back and do balance on both feet. We're going to begin in 10 seconds, so get yourself ready. Again, using whatever extra assistance you need, do your 100% balance. Here we go, lift up one foot. stand tall. As you hold your balance, this is a great time to practice your breathing, okay? So take a good breath in, fill up those lungs, exhale out, relax and release any tension on your exhalations. Nice and strong breath in, filling up those healthy lungs, breathing out, feeling good about it. 3, 2, and 1. Stand up tall. Nice work. Now let's go to the other leg. Ready? And lift. Continue to practice your breathing. Use your whole foot on the floor to balance. Toes are grabbing that floor. Spread out nice and even. Working your way up your body. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Okay, next group of exercises. We're going to start with a front leg raise. You guys are doing great. For the front leg raise, hold on to your chair. You're going to take a leg out in front. From here, you're just going to lift that foot up. Lift and lower. Go ahead and join me. Lift, lift. You can do this seated if you prefer. If you are standing, stay nice and tall. Work to keep that torso tall. You'll feel the work coming through your abdominal muscles, those tummy muscles, and your leg, that thigh. Lift, lift, lift. Let's go 2 more. Nice work. Okay, we're going to switch it over to the other side. So take that foot out in front of you. As you do this, try to keep that leg straight. So it stays straight, and here we go. Lift, lift. You stay tall, and lift that leg straight out in front of you. Relax through your shoulders. Keep those shoulders up tall. If you're getting into this position because it's getting harder, reset your posture to stay tall. 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to do circles now. So that last group of exercises, we had our palms up. This time, we're going to bring those hands up, palms down, and draw circles with those arms. So go ahead and start. Straight elbows, circles with those fingertips. Try to keep those circles nice and even, like perfect penmanship. Reverse those circles now. Draw them in the opposite direction. Good. Okay, so now we're going to do a set of squats. We did our pulse squats earlier, so those were our little squats. We're going to do a little bigger squat. Couple ways to do this. We're going to have wide legs as we perform these. The same idea of the hips going back we're using here. We're going a little lower to as far as you feel comfortable. If you would like a little safety net, if you will, and a little help, you can squat to your chair. So you're going to stand in front of your chair. Take those feet wide. So here you can see my feet are just outside the chair legs. That's where we want them. You're going to put those hips back to sit down towards that chair and stand up. Hips go back and stand up. As you do this, we're not transferring weight on this one. So right now I'm sitting all the way down. We're not doing that. Right now, I just want you to take those hips down. When you tap that chair, when you feel that chair, you're going to go back up. So let's go ahead and start. Squat and back up. Keep going. So see what that feels like for you. Press those hips back, tap that chair, and back up. So we're working on a range of motion here. If you feel balanced and you feel like you can go further than what the chair is providing, go ahead and move away from the chair. You can hold on to the back of the chair for support. If you feel like you're going backwards a little bit, you can hold on to that chair in front of you, go down and up. Go ahead and stand up. Play with it. We'll go 2 more rounds so you'll get some more practice. All right, we're going back to our front leg lifts. So 1 foot is out in front of you. And we're gonna lift and lower. Go ahead, lift, lift. Torso stays tall, leg stays straight. We're just lifting and lowering. You can point your toe. That helps the leg stay a little more straight, a little more effort there. Keep that knee straight. Okay, stand tall, switch to the other leg, and lift. Straight up and down. Those hips stay straight, square to the front. Keep them square. Lift and lower. A few more seconds here. The next exercise again is our circles with our arms out in front. So here we go. We're finished with that. Stand tall. Take those arms out in front of you. Palms down for this round. Circles. Let's go a little bigger this time. Cross over an arm. Now cross with the other arm down. Cross one arm on the top and then switch for that second circle. So our circles have to be big enough that our arms are crossing in the front. Okay, good. So now we're going back to our wide squats. So feet as wide as you are comfortable. Okay, and here we go with our squats. You're gonna squat down, take those hips back, and up. I'm gonna take my hands out for a counterbalance and stand up. Reach out, hips back and up. From the side, it looks like this. I'm reaching those hands way out in front. The hips are going back. Eyes stay forward. Back stays nice and straight. Let those hips sink and bring them back up. Hips sink and bring them back up. A few more. Let's go one more. Hips sink and bring them back up. Good. Okay, we have one more round. Again, starting with that straight leg lift. Leg out in front. Here we go, lift. Find a pace that's working for you. Very little of the rest of the body's moving right now. This thigh is doing most of the work. Tightening through your stomach, lifting at that thigh. Nice. Okay. Switching to the other leg. Toe out, up tall, and lift. Keep going. You've got it. You've got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now we've got those arm circles. Take those hands out in front of you, open those fingers, and circle those hands around. Let's keep it big. We're going to switch directions at halfway. Keeping those circles big. Reverse direction. Take those circles a little bigger. Open up. Take a deep breath with them. Breathe in. Exhale. In. And out. And in. And out. Good. Okay, our last round of our wide leg squats. Feet are wide, and here we go. We're gonna squat down, the counterbalance. Reach and up, down, and up. Take it down, and up. Take it down. Keep going. Pace yourself to what works for you. We're going 30 seconds in the video. Again, how many can you do? What works? Last one. Okay, good. Go ahead and get some water again. When you come back from your water, we're going to do another round of balance. So go ahead and take that drink. We'll go in about 20 seconds. How are you guys feeling? You're making it. We're on the back end of this. You can do it. You can do it. All right, come on back. Here we go. Ready for that balance. Here we go, shifting to 1 foot, begin. How's your posture on this as you hold this? Keep it tall. Find all of your inches. Open up those toes, soft knee. Engage through your hip, through those glutes. Tuck those shoulder blades down your spine and make sure those eyes are focused up. We want those eyes to be focused up. That's how we know where our body wants to go. Our body follows where our eyes are looking. Good. Go ahead and give that leg a little kick. And here we go to switch to the other side. Ready and begin. Body will do its best to follow those eyes. So we want to keep that posture tall, those eyes looking up. I know when you're moving around through a parking lot or on uneven surfaces, it's a little harder. Slow down. Check down. Doesn't mean you can never look down, but bring those eyes back to an up position. It'll help your body. Good work. Okay, last round of exercises. We're going to start with a side bend. So you're going to stand up tall, feet hip width apart, hands along your thighs, just along your side. You're going to run one hand down towards your knee, stand up to tall, go the opposite direction, and up to tall. As you do this, you want to stay sideways. Keep that shoulder, hip, knee and ankle all in a line. If you find yourself sneaking forward to get further, that's a different exercise. So if you need a little reminder, you can back up to your wall to work side to side. Keep the back on the wall and back up. Or just keep that in mind and focus as you do it. Be mindful of the exercise. Here we go. Side, up to tall, and side. Nice. Use your breath to help you through this. As you do this exercise, imagine putting on those tight pants. So pull that belly button in tight so you can squeeze into those pants and reach down. That's going to support your back. It's that added protection. So we're using those muscles through your center and keeping you strong. All right, now we're going to go tippy toes and down. Just go ahead and come right into this exercise, tippy toes and down. If you feel like pushing it a little bit, this is where you can do jumps instead. So we're going to do calf raises. If you're up for it, you could put a little more dynamic calf raise, come up to tall, or you can jump. Okay, so it's up to you. We're going for 5 more seconds here. Those jumps, calf raises, or dynamic calf raises. Okay, good. Now we're going to go with the penguin walk. So for penguin walk, give yourself a few steps to take. You're going to stay tall, and you're going to think about a penguin. So a penguin is connected, and look, I'm wearing black and white today, not on purpose. You're going to keep them all tight, and we're going to waddle like a penguin. So the knees stay nice and straight, and you're just going to go waddle forward. So I'm up tall, and I'm going to waddle forward And then you can turn around if you don't have room, or go backwards. So if backwards waddling works for you, do that. If you need to stay in one spot, if moving forward for this doesn't work, same idea. You'll stay in one spot, and it's a tight waddle without a forward movement, okay? So torso stays up tall, and you're gonna step and step. So those are your options for the penguin waddle. Here we go. Start it. If you already started it, that's bonus exercise. It's not gonna hurt you. So we're about halfway, keep going. So when you keep that body nice and tight and you're just working on those little movements, you're using muscles that you don't use typically. So you're finding some new muscles, finding some new ways of this movement happening and supporting those other muscles. Good. Okay, we're gonna go back to our side bends. Up nice and tall. Hands are reaching down, shoulders are pulled back. Reach down to one side. Hand up, then the other. Keep it going. Side to side. You're doing great. Pull it up, reaching down, pull it up, reach it down, reach it down. I'm gonna go a few more here. Let's go one more the other direction. Okay, good. Now into our calf raises, so tippy toes and down. Or jumps. If you'd rather do jumps, please do your jumps. Whatever works for you, nice and safe. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. We are getting close. Okay, good. Now squeeze those legs tight and that waddle penguin walk. Go. Penguin walk. So as you do this, you're trying to lift up your right foot, then your left. Lift that foot all the way off the ground. And because we've made our base of support much more narrow, it requires more movement up through your hips and torso. Keep going, you can do it. This is challenging, but we're, again, finding those other muscles. Keep going, you can do it. Nice, okay. Give your body a wiggle. We've got one more round. So again, back to your side bends. Feet hip width apart, hands on your thighs on the side. Sneak one arm down past your knee or to your knee, as far as you can, and the other. Keep those shoulders back. Posture, imagine or stand next to a wall. And you're just sliding, your upper body stays connected to that wall as you go side to side. All right, good. Now we're going to our calf raises, tippy toes and down, or jumps. You want to jump, jump. Up and down, up and down. Put a smile on your face. So as we're finishing and working through this last set, start thinking, how is your body feeling? Tired is your first response, that's okay, you've done a lot. But just kind of compare it to how you were feeling at the beginning, right? Kick out those legs a bit. Bring those feet a little more tight. And here we go with our penguin walks. Penguin walks to finish up. Finish up this set. Just see, like, okay, how am I moving? Could I have done this an hour ago? Am I doing it better than I would have done an hour ago. How's my mood? I hope you're smiling. I hope you're thinking about, like, hey, I just did a great job, because you did. Making your body move, turning on these videos, giving this time to yourself. Pat yourself on the back for that. It's not always easy. It's showing up for yourself. And if we show up for yourself, you make yourself more strong. You can get through today. Sometimes that's our goal. Get through today. You can do it. Tomorrow, we'll face that when we get there. Right now, today. Nice work. Okay, we're going to finish up with balance because we have to. Okay, so figure out what foot you want to balance on. Get yourself ready. Pull those shoulders back. Be tall and proud. Ready and begin. One foot up. Doing your best. Holding on if you need to. Working through this. So I say working through the balance. Balance is not passive. It's active. You're constantly figuring out, how do I need to adjust with what the world's telling me? Am I going too far to one side, too far to the other side? What do I need to do to react to that? Balance is active. Nice. Okay, switch to the other foot. Get yourselves ready and lift. So now you're working on that balance with the other foot. Balance doesn't just happen. We have to put some effort into it. So as we're actively balancing right now, you think about it, you've got a lot of factors that you need to work into this. What are my feet doing? What's my ankle doing? What's my knee doing? What's my hip doing? Working all the way up, my torso, my shoulders, my head, my eyes, where am I looking? These are all factors that go into that active balance to make it a little better, make you a little stronger. It's active. We have to practice it as we're doing it. We have to practice it every day. Go ahead and stand tall. So if balance currently is not part of your everyday practice, let's figure out a time that we can practice every day. You brush your teeth hopefully every day. When you brush your teeth, finish brushing your teeth, give yourself 1 minute in front of the mirror. You've got your counter to hold on in front of you. Shift it over. If you don't have a watch there, count slowly to 60. Switch over to the other foot. You've got your counter there for safety. You're looking at yourself. That's how you know your eyes are up. Give yourself that balance practice every day. You brush your teeth twice a day. There you go. You've got 2 separate practices of balance. That's how we improve our balance. Keep up. Keep working on you. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you for checking in. I love that you're showing up, that you're doing this, helping you out. Makes me happy to know you guys are checking in. Sorry about the dog barking today. It's a beautiful day out. There's lots of dogs out around here, I guess. So have a good one. Until next time, I will see you guys. Take care of yourselves and keep moving. Okay, bye-bye.